Welcome back, sports gamers. It's the Natural having Madden 19 update for you guys today. Not a title update, a tuning update, which is a little bit different. The fact that it's not a something that you have to download. It's not a patch or title update where you have to go in and update the files of the game. This is a tuning update, which is basically like, and you guys know what slider sets are. It's basically like a super slider set that the developers have available to them, where they can tune the gameplay slightly with different things they want to change to more balance the gameplay. So it's something they can do without sitting down a patch or anything like that. Just kind of just it updates the game, and they can just tune that as they see fit. And this one is a tuning update based upon some of the community feedback and based upon the past October update, some things that needed to be dialed back a little bit, that they wanted to change. So that's basically it. Let's get right into it. Starting off, they have some changes for simulation, competitive, and as well as one that's across all game styles: simulation, arcade, and competitive. And this is really one thing that people talked about when they first came out with simulation, competitive, arcade modes, that they will be able to tune the game differently. And this, I hope we see more of this. The fact that simulation people want different things than competitive scenes want different things. So I welcome more changes like this, where catering to the two different audiences. And I don't really know if there's much of a vocal arcade audience out there, but yeah, so some tuning patches, things, some tuning changes for them as well. Let's get right into simulation. They reduced the stamina penalty when using acceleration boost and or one cut to lengthen the time necessary before fatigue sets in on a per play basis. This is definitely one thing that I hadn't talked about for a little while ago, a couple months. I would say that I have noticed that when using the one cut, my stamina would drop immediately. Like, I can have full stamina, cut back, make a one cut, and it's boom, my stamina would just, you see the bar just drain all the way down. So this is a welcome change there, that they finally tuned this to something that even I've seen on interception returns. You have a clear path, and you would hit that acceleration or turbo, and your stamina would just shoot right down. It's like, dude, like that's the I have a breakaway with like a 85 speed linebacker. You lose all stamina and get run down by a lineman. It's like, really? So this is a welcome change there. Glad they did this. And I think a lot of times, a lot of these simulation folks don't have a huge following or as vocal a following on Twitter and social media as some of the Muck guys, because this is something that's been, to me, an issue for a little while now. And I'm not as vocal on Twitter as some. I'm more, speak to the developers or put my documentation in privately, or notification to them privately, or things that need to be changed or issues. But a lot of times with people that are on issue with MUT, like, they're really loud. This is broken. So it's like the squeaky wheel gets the grease a lot of times. So we definitely need to work on having a bigger simulation or franchise following, so we get these issues resolved even quicker when we have that big voice behind the issue. So going to the next one, 30% increase in defensive run block disengage angles. It's a 30% back in the opposite direction from a previous tuning update made in the October title update. So this is their change in October title update, was they made running a lot easier, because people were complaining the running was too hard, the block shifts were too OP, so they went way in the other direction, and they made the running too easy, and the block shifts weren't enough. So this is them kind of like trying to come back to the middle and balance the running game, where it's still fun, you can still run, but it's not like as soon as you get the ball, the whole D-line block sheds and they're waiting for you like, what's up? So I think this is a good change there, going back in the opposite direction. It doesn't address the spin move, and that's kind of OP right now, but it's still in the right direction as far as guys getting able to get off the block sheds, which were pretty crazy after the title update, when they toned them down. On to the competitive portion of it. Decreased interception threshold to a value of 60 from 75. So any defender with a catch rating of 60 or higher will never drop an INT when in open space. So having that threshold of 75, that's like DBs or whatever, because a lot of times linebackers don't even have that high of a catch, especially if it's like a 3-4 or a rush type linebacker. They have really low catch, so it's kind of frustrating if you have an outside linebacker drop it to the flat perfectly. Guy throws the ball and he just bats it like a volleyball. So this is a good change there. So now those guys will pick off those passes, win an open space, and lead to less frustration on defense. So a good change. A 60% decrease to offensive success chance for multiplayer aggressive catches. Shout out to Master Gamer. This is something that he pointed out months ago, saying and competitive that the aggressive catch was OP and guys were coming out with too many aggressive catches. I haven't seen a ton of it, but I know people talk to people like Master Gamer who were saying it was a problem. So that's a huge decrease, 60%. So they're really trying to get that skill gap, increase that skill gap competitive too. So basically it's not hard to aggressive catch, right? I mean, you throw it up and hit a button. So they're trying to make it more skillful where you have to move the ball. You can't just kind of chuck it up deep and one button win there. So definitely I think this should increase the skill gap on competitive mode. On to the next one. Same as the stimulation, 30% increase to defensive run block, disengage angles. This is that same change to kind of roll back some of the October title update changes that made running too easy. So it should be more balanced running game than previously. I still think the biggest change they need to make is that spin move. They need to tone down the spin move, which is crazy that you see even the Madden Twitter today posted their top 5 plays, and then literally like every single one was just somebody spamming the spin move down the field. And I'm just thinking, like, this is how you guys want your game to be shown? Like, I wouldn't even like put this up. It makes Madden look so bad, but all right, whatever. So the last one, tuning across all game styles, simulation, arcade, and competitive. A 20% increase to ball carrier fumble chance when using the aggressive ball carrier coach adjustment. For me, I was like, I'm not gonna lie with you guys. I never used the aggressive ball carrier. Like I'm always like, I'm trying scared to turn the ball over. So I use more conservative when the game's on the line, coming down to the clutch, or the game's on the line, or I'm trying to run the clock out. I have my running back conservative because I don't want to fumble. But I guess people were out there using aggressive ball carrier, taking more risk there. They weren't fumbling enough. Let me know in the comments below, guys who aggressive ball carrier users. Let me know if you guys had it on there and you were wrecking people with it, because the 20% chance increase, that there must not have been enough fumbles or penalties for doing that. So let me know about that. So they actually have also a dev note to go along with this, that after watching users play Madden 19 last few months and listen to community feedback from the previous title updates, they felt they needed to make some tuning changes for gameplay to provide further balance to previous improvements and fixes. As the game has evolved since launch, certain metas have shifted. We remain committed post-launch support to ensure the game remains balanced, as well as continuing to meet the needs of all of our players all season long. And this is just a continuation of just basically talking about continuous development. And that's what they've been doing for actually the last couple of years now. All year long, they update the game, title updates, tuning updates, likeness updates. And unfortunately, just to let you guys know that I've heard that there will not be any more likeness updates. That's pretty much it for the year for far as likeness and equipment. So I know that sucks for all my equipment guys out there, my likeness guys. Like, man, I like doing those videos for you guys, showing you the likeness, comparing it to the other players, to real life players. I thought those really cool videos, but I believe there will not be, as far as I know, there will not be any more likeness updates that are going out. They pretty much finished the backlog that they had of scans, and it really doesn't, I believe my understanding doesn't make sense for them to just do it from scratch. Like, if they don't have a scan for someone, they're not going to do a likeness update. So, hey, you know what? Tweet at your favorite player. Let's say if a guy is not updated, tweet at that guy and be like, hey, head down to EA and get your face scan so they can get you in the game. Because some people, they just don't have face scans from. I know they start from a lot of the rookies. They have it all set up there at the combine where they can go get their scans. So going forward, they should have a lot of the guys. So a lot of people were confused. They were like, why are these no-name rookies getting face scanned, but this superstar player doesn't have one? They don't have, getting an update. I mean, they don't have the face scan for that player. So, all the players you guys are, want, I know guys are always commenting about it, like, tweet that guy like, hey, when you get a chance, maybe in off season, head over to EA, get that face scan, or I mean, so a lot of times, because they're not gonna really go out and just do straight artist renders of the face. They're gonna need an actual physical render of scan of that person's face to get them in the game. So that's pretty much it for that. I think it's a good tuning. I wish they could do more. I would like to see when they first talked about simulation competitive and arcade game style, they talked about how they'll be able to tune the game differently, how to suit both people who like both different modes. There should be a bigger difference between simulation and competitive. I like the fact that simulation plays more realistic, more like NFL. Competitive more, it's all about the skill gap, your stick skills. And arcade is just like, hey, you hand your little brother the controller and let him have fun. So that's the way it should be. I think the game is not different enough. But you should have the ability to choose. I want to be able to play simulation in a online ranked game, or even not even ranked, even just versus a friend. You can't choose your game style. Like, that's a huge miss. I have talked to devs about this, but also tweet at them. Let those guys know. Let our voice be heard that we want these features, because they don't feel no one wants a feature. It's not gonna happen outside of long shot. So they always want to hear people saying they want these changes, and then they make the changes. You can even see the community feedback from here. Like, if enough people continue to complain about the spin move being OP, they're going to adjust the spin move. Like, if people were saying, hey man, this spin move is crazy, people are literally spinning the winds all the way down the field, they're gonna make that. That's gonna be in the future update, a future tuning to knock down the spin move some, because it's too OP. But we have to have that. You have to let them know, have to have that feedback, and let developers know what changes that you want to see in the game, and they're gonna continue to update the game all year round. So that's pretty much it. Hope you guys get out there, play it. Let me know your feedback, what you're seeing this. The running game is more balanced. What other changes you still think need to be made in future updates, so they keep working on it, coming out and trying to improve the game best they can. I'll always give my feedback, and a lot of it's based upon what you guys let me know in the comments below. So comment, and be sure to like, subscribe, and turn the notifications on so you don't miss more of our content here. SGO, it's the natural. I'm out.
I was in the bando alone.